Monica, and I decided to go ahead and introduce myself since I opened up my YouTube to public, and trying to support those with ankylosing spondylitis, as I am also a spondy. What ankylosing spondylitis is an autoimmune disease, and I also have the HLA-B27 gene, so it's down to the genetic level. Fun stuff, not really. And basically with ankylosing spondylitis, it starts in the SI joints, which are in the pelvis, and it's where your spine meets the pelvis. So it's basically like the sacrum. And what happens is it starts to fuse. The joints begin to fuse to the bone, and it eventually gets into the spine, and it can also affect other large joints, such as wrists, elbows, neck, shoulders, knees and toes, eyes, and yes, and actually, yes, it does affect the eyes, so that's fun. My eye doctor mentioned that uveitis or iritis is what sometimes people with ankylosing spondylitis can get, and it feels like you're being socked in the eye. I haven't had that yet. Hopefully I won't, but you know, at least I'm prepared. Ankylosing spondylitis also causes issues with the heart, the lungs, and the stomach. So it's a very serious disease. There's a lot of things that can go on with it. And there was usually things that piggyback with it. Like I have also osteoporosis, I also have fibromyalgia, and I have nerve damage in both my wrists and elbows, since it took a little over 2 decades for me to finally get diagnosed. Reason why it took me so long was because back in the day, ankylosing spondylitis was known as a man's disease. But as time went on, they're finding out that women can get it too. And usually with women, it's all over body pain, not just like, ooh, back pain. No, we get the whole shebang. So, yeah, it took me almost 20 years to get diagnosed. By the time I was diagnosed, I was already experiencing chronic pain on the daily, fatigue, pain flares where I would be down for a couple weeks to a month. And what I mean by that is like level 10, or if there's a higher pain number, it would be that for days, weeks, and up to a month. And it's like having the flu with serious body aches where you cannot move. And on top of it, I also have congenital spinal stenosis, which means I was born with a narrow spinal canal. The neurosurgeons I have seen described it as basically an electrician trying to shove as many wires as he can through a PVC pipe that's a little too narrow. So I've seen about 2 surgeons and they won't even touch it because they're just like, no, I'm not touching that. So I just have to do exercises and stretches and keep my neck limber, and when it does hurt, I just have to take it easy because it's kind of like headache, neck pain, shoulder combo, and it gets bad sometimes. It gets really bad, like migraine bad, and I'm down for however long it takes, and also over the pain meds, counter meds don't really work that well for me. So yeah, that's just great. It's great, not really. So since I was diagnosed so late, I had already tried all kinds of pain meds, muscle relaxers, exercise, cortisone injections, physical therapy, supplements, diet, drinking water, all kinds of stuff. And this was like 10 years of chronic pain, and not counting the other years that were off and on. And this is including like sciatic pain. I had sciatic first in my right and in my left. When I was diagnosed with the blood work and MRI, the MRI showed both my SI joints are partially fused, which is what was causing the sciatica pain. So since I had tried so many things, and I don't think I even mentioned getting my nerve endings burned in my lower back, that was hard. None of that really helped at all. So when I was finally diagnosed with ankylosing spondylitis, my rheumatologist recommended I take biologics right away. So I started Humira, and I'd have to say at least the first 6 months was interesting because I had like IBS issues. I called it Humira poo. It wasn't fun, but it worked. It helped. Like, I don't feel that much pain anymore. Like, I still have chronic pain, but it's more manageable than it used to be. I have less fatigue, less brain fog. I've been thinking more clearly since I've been on the right medication. And since being on the right medication, I'm having less pain flares. And so with less pain flares and less pain and less fatigue and less fog, I'm able to do more things. I still can't work a normal 9-to-5 or part-time job because I still have reactions with my body. Like, it'll just be like, yeah, we're gonna have a pain day, so I have to take the day off and focus on me and love myself. And then there's other days that I can't. So I just do what I can around my house, and my husband's amazing, so yeah. But with Humira, like, it slows down the disease. It's not that it reduces the pain, it just slows down the disease. So it's basically with the ankylosing spondylitis, it's like my immune system got confused at one point and started attacking itself. And that HLA-B27 gene I talked about kind of has something to do with it. Like, generally, people with the HLA-B27 gene do have ankylosing spondylitis, but then there's also a certain percentage, and I don't know what it is, you'd have to look it up. There is a certain percentage that don't have it. So this is why they do blood work, extensive blood work, and also the MRI. Because once the MRI shows a bone fusion in the SI joints and lower spine, yep, that's what it is. So fun. But I'm grateful. I'm so grateful for science and so grateful for biologics, even though it makes me immunocompromised, which has been rough, especially during 2020 and 2021, but I'm doing better. I'm doing much better. I'm learning to accept myself in this disease and just self-love and self-care. And it's not all bubble baths either. It's like really taking care of yourself, getting to know yourself, and being grounded and at your center. Because having an autoimmune disease is a full-time job, guaranteed. But so that's about it. I do create art. I just haven't for a long time because since I was undiagnosed, I was in tons of pain and I could not paint. I could not draw. Like, I just hurt too much, and I ended up having to actually get carpal tunnel surgery last year, so that helped immensely. I still need to get my left wrist done and then likely both elbows, but we'll see what happens. And hopefully I'll be getting back to the drawing board with my art. But I have been focusing on myself and healthcare and getting stronger. So that's like my number one thing is me right now and getting back on it. But if you have any questions, put them in the comments and I'll try and answer them. And oh, check out these gems. It's an ankylosaur. Roar. Ah. Yeah, totally. It's like my spirit animal. Ankylosing spondylitis, ankylosaur. Yeah. But anyways, it's good meeting you all, and I'm not sure like how many videos I'm gonna be posting or when or where or how. I'm just randomly posting right now. But take care, take it easy, and be as well as you can be.